Good evening, guys. How are you? Do you know what is the one superpower in 21st century? So they say the ability to stay focused in one thing is going to be the superpower of 21st century, right? So this saying is by Carl Newport. Ability to stay focused will be the superpower of 21st century. Now just think about it. We are in the midst of mass distractions, right? Everything is here meant to distract you, right? It may be your mobile, it may be the television, right? It may be your internet, right? Everything is there to distract us. They say we get distracted almost 52,000 times in a day. Now in this situation, how will you focus, right? And that's where we had this amazing discussion, this PIM workshop that we had last Saturday by our mentor Vijay Khandal, and we all learned so many new tools and techniques on how to focus in a better manner. So today we have some amazing people, amazing panel who are going to share their learnings from that particular workshop. What did they learn, and what is those things that they do to after that workshop to have their focus, right? So let's hear directly from them, and let me call them one by one, our panelists, and let me first invite Vartika on the stream. And here is Vartika. Hey Vartika, how are you?
Hey, hi Vineet, I'm good. How are you?
Good. Why don't you go ahead, Vartika, and introduce you? I know you. We have introduced so many times, but audience always change. Go ahead and introduce yourself.
Sure, Vineet, thank you. Hi friends, myself Vartika, and I belong to a small place in UP, Lakhimpur. I'm an IT professional, and my hobbies are reading books, writing, and cooking. So today we are here to discuss about focus. So over to you,
Awesome.
Vineet.
Good to have you here, Vartika. And let me invite Easy now. Hey, Easy, how are you?
Hello, Vinith. Yeah, I'm doing amazing. Thanks
Amazing.
for giving me an opportunity to be a part of this platform. First of all, Eazhilan from Pondicherry. Most of you know, maybe a very small place, and I'm an IT professional
Famous
as
place.
well.
Everybody knows it. No doubt.
IT professional as well. So I've been part of this community since a month, and I'm already seeing good changes in me. I'll share more. But yeah, thank you.
Did you search for Easy Eddie?
Oh no, I'm sorry, I didn't. I will do that.
I don't know. I had covered this story, Easy Eddie, if anyone remembers. It's an amazing story. So, yeah, of course, easy is not that easy, but the story is there. Awesome. So let's invite Jayanth next. And Jayanth, why don't you go ahead and introduce yourself?
Hey Vineet, good
Hey,
evening.
Jayanth.
Hi everyone, good evening to you all. I'm Jayanth, I'm from Bangalore. I have over 8 years of experience as a software engineer. I've been like apart from my work, I like to read books. I like to, I've developed this interest in public speaking, and then like a lot of communication workshops and everything. I've been part of this community for more than 6 months, 7 months now. Yeah, I keep saying 6 months. It's 7 months now, and today we're going to have a focused discussion about focus. So I'm excited about it.
Focus discussion on this focus. Great,
Yeah.
Jayant. And I must really say this that Jayant is not well, but I really liked his commitment. He didn't even say me that, okay, I'm not well and all that. He's there, and then I came to know that he's not well. So, hats off to you, Jayant. It's not easy
Thanks,
to
Vineet.
be so committed. Amazing. And let's invite Dhiraj on the stream. Hey, Dhiraj, how are you?
Hi Vineet. Hello
How are you?
Vartika. Hello everyone. I'm good. I'm
Hi.
good.
Hi,
I'm doing
Dhiraj.
Amazing.
good.
Go ahead, Dhiraj,
So
and introduce yourself.
yeah, so this is Dhiraj, and as like all, I am also an IT professional, and total IT experience I have like 12 plus years. I belong from very small place in Bihar, that is Nalanda district. If you interested in history, you must aware about the Nalanda. So very small village in Nalanda district, in Bihar.
Amazing.
And regarding my hobbies, I have I'm passionate about book reading and technology specific guy as well. So that is my all about me.
Great. Good to have you here, Dhiraj. And last but not least, let's have Yash on the screen. Hey, Yash, how are you?
Yeah, hello everybody. Yash this side. How are you doing, Vineet?
Good, Yash. Good. Why don't you go ahead and introduce yourself, Yash?
Sure. My name is Yash Kalra, and I am based out of Delhi. Currently in UK. So my hobbies are playing table tennis, watching cricket, and recently I developed a new hobby: reading books after joining this PIM.
Yeah, most of us
So
have actually recently started reading books. Amazing, amazing. All right, so we have everyone on the screen. So let's start on this discussion, right? Focus. I'm sure so many people face this challenge, right? We all are. The moment we learn how to focus, I think 99% of problems will be solved. The challenge is this distraction, right?
Yeah.
So who want to start their insights?
Yeah.
Yeah, go ahead.
I would like to start first, Vinith. So
Yeah.
I'll start with a story.
Uh-huh.
So yeah, I mean it's not a big story, so small one. So there is this guy who's trying to do everything in life to succeed, but then he has difficulties. So there also happens to be a sage who seems to be like achieved so many things in his great life, and then he's always like calm, composed, and then a lot of people go to him for advice. And so seeing that, he thought like when the sage came to a city, this guy thought, okay, let me go and talk to him. How do I succeed in life? So this guy goes there, and after waiting so much time, he gets this chance to speak to the sage. So he tells the sage, I am trying to do so many things in life. I'm doing this, I'm doing that. I'm actually like fed up of life. I don't know how to achieve success in life. So I want to know what exactly you do differently, so that like you have this kind of success, this kind of calmness about you. So the sage looks at him and says, I don't do anything different actually. I just wake up in the morning. I just do my daily chores, and then I eat my food, and then I go to sleep. So this guy gets confused. He's like, okay, I also do the same thing. I also do all the things you're doing. You're saying like I also do these things, but why am I not succeeding in life?
Exactly. We all do
So
the same thing.
yeah. We all do the same things, right? So the sage says, you're not listening to me. What I said was, I wake up, I do my chores, I eat, and then I sleep. So when I wake up, I don't do anything else. I'm doing my chores, I'm doing only my chores. When I'm eating, I'm eating. When I'm going to sleep, I'm not doing anything else. Are you doing that? He asks.
Nice.
True, true.
Amazing, amazing.
So that actually tells us about focus, what focus actually is.
Amazing. That's a great way of conveying your message. I think the story itself is so powerful, right? So
Yeah.
when walking, can we walk? When eating, can we eat? Right? It shouldn't
Yeah.
be the case that I'm eating and watching TV, right? Again, I'm watching TV and eating, and sometimes instead of eating, I start drinking. Oh my God, what happened? Yeah. I mean,
It's same
just
like
to
beneath like
that is
if you not having focus, it's saying like jumping horse moving nowhere, that kind of things.
Exactly.
exactly. True, Dhiraj.
it's
So
I
very
think
well.
yeah.
Yeah,
Mhm.
it's
Go ahead,
very well
Jayanth.
said. It's yeah. This is Yash, and it's very well said that wherever you are, be there.
Mm.
Wherever you are, be there. Where are you?
Amazing.
That's amazing. Yeah.
Yeah. Very nice. So we all have some
I,
great quotes to tell. Yeah,
I think the best part is that focus brings back our direction, and if we have direction, then only we can utilize our potential. Because moreover, we confuse between focus and multitasking. Multitasking is something else. Focus is something else. Even though you can do multitasking, but the only idea or only trust is that you have to be focused on one task at a time. I would give my personal example. Uh, it is a small instance. Once upon a time, long back, when I came back to home from office, it was before Corona time actually. So my son asked me, "Mama, you brought chocolates for me?" And I replied back, "Yes, sir." So you understand, I was in home, but I was not out of that mental status of being in office. When instantly he asked me, "Mama, you brought chocolates for me?" I just replied like anything. Yeah, yes, sir. Yes, sir. So I
I
think,
have, I'm sorry, Vartika, go ahead, please.
yeah, yeah, please go ahead. Please go ahead. That was my
No,
personal experience.
No, I have one more stupid example as well in my real life. I remember this was a couple of years before. To open my room door, I use my hand as if I have an ID card in my. And this really happened to me. I was like, "What's happening? I'm not at my home, basically, right? My mind is somewhere else. Basically, my mind is working as if I'm work." And to what Jayanth was saying, even a couple of days before, when I was talking to my mother over phone, and then I talk to her every day, and that's what they long for, right? We're far away. Most of us are far, but
Yeah.
just 5 minutes we talk. But I'm not focused. I'm not focused in talking to her. But they are like eagerly sitting in front of the mobile and then watching us and talking. But I'm like, I'm working, and then yes, ma, yes, ma. So at the end of the conversation, I felt like, why am I not paying attention? And now Jayan came up with the story. I was very well able to relate, and that was so wrong from my side.
Amazing. Exactly. So I think
I mean,
there's
small things.
we all have done those stupid things, right? If I can recall, there are so
Yeah,
many things that I did, right? We become absent-minded, right? Many a times we
yeah.
can say because you're not focused, right? Of course, we are not absent-minded, like absent-minded. Sometimes we become. Amazing. Anyone else want to add anything to this?
So yeah, Vineet, actually, I want to add, like, we are talking about the focus. So it's not kind of God gifted kind of. We can develop focus. It's kind of intentional. It's not God gifted.
Right.
So the secret of focus actually is the more you train yourself to focus, the more you will be able to focus at will. So uh, everyone will think like humankind have that kind of nature. I know this how we can get more focus, but how we can build our focus. So my dear friends, actually, everyone listener, it's not God gifted. It's like a mountain. It's not easy to reach on the top in one step, but we can gradually climb the mountain step by step over the period. So consistently, if you work on that particular things, you will definitely get focus. We have like thousands of things to do in 24 hours. Everyone is having 24 hours. Even our prime minister, everyone actually, Narendra Modi, Arvind Kejriwal, everyone is having 24 hours only. But they are the best thing. They are doing whatever they have to do. They are doing that that point of time with great focus. They develop that kind of.
Are you sure Narendra Modi has only 24 hours? Did you check with him? I think he might have more hours.
I think he
Yeah.
has trained himself well, as Mr. Dhiraj says. And an important point, what Dhiraj said is right. And many people are scared. Maybe he is gifted, he can focus very well and get the things done. But it's not so. It's about how you train yourself. In fact, I listened to a speech from a sage again, but I'm using it courtesy to him. Anyway, what he says is 24 hours, what you're doing is you're training your mind not to focus. Basically, you're eating and at the same time watching something or doing something else. You're talking on a phone, but you're also working. A lot of things. You're basically training yourself not to focus.
Yeah.
Right.
And that applies. You think about whatever you're doing, and practically that's what we are doing. We have been doing. At least I have been doing wrongly. So
Yeah.
let's train ourselves to be focused, and I think that itself will help our days to be better.
Yeah, exactly, easy. So I used to think the same thing earlier. Like I thought, like I'm gonna finish the work faster if I multitask. So I used to just switch from one task to the other task. Like I mean, it may not be even related. I used to, as you were saying, that I was watching something and then I was doing because I had to both the work I had to finish. So I thought, okay, I'll finish faster if I do it together. But I think our mind it's not designed to do that. Like we are designed to focus on one thing and then that way we'll be able to give our best there and then finish it and move on. I mean it took me a lot of time to understand that. By doing this I'm just like reducing my own efficiency and training myself to not focus at all. Yeah.
Exactly.
True.
Amazing. Great one. Yes, you want to say
If
something?
you're if you are
go ahead.
focused, then it will give you a tremendous amount of energy. It will be more clarity towards your goals. But on the other hand, we should also be aware of accept the bitter truth that if you cannot achieve everything, all the things, and yet
That's a good
you
one.
have to you have to lose the 90% of the good thing to achieve 10% of the great things. So if you are focused, then you will achieve only 10% of the great things. But on the other hand, you are going to lose 90% of the good things, which are acceptable.
Right, right. That's a great point. So basically, you have to have a balance. You can't be like, okay, I will focus only at one thing and I'm focusing on 100 things, right? So that's not possible, right? That's a great point. So first you have to create that priority, develop that priority. Okay, I am going to focus on my job, on my family, and maybe something beyond that. Could be your personal development, could be your, you know, 5 to 9 entrepreneurship, whatever that you are trying to do, right? Along with your current set of things. But you can't think that, okay, I'll start doing in 10 different things and I'll start focusing on 10 different things. That's not possible. Amazing. Great point. Yes. Yeah, Vartika, you were saying something.
Yeah, I was saying, Vinny, that often we talk about importance of focus, and we all know that focus brings direction and ultimately results in success. But Vijay sir told, I mean, it was a very eye-opening point for me that he told that you don't even understand at times why you're not able to focus. It's not something which is related to any medical history or any brain issue or any brain mismanagement. It's not like that. Many a times you are not aware of your own personality. So he clearly talked about that. First of all, know about your personality type, and once you know your personality type, definitely you will be able to figure out why you are not able to focus on certain point of areas, and why you are distracted at things. I mean, maybe if you are in a personal situation, then you're thinking about your professional life. Maybe when you are in a professional situation, you are talking in a personal life, about personal life. Many a times unavoidable things happen because we are human beings. After all, we are human beings. If something bad happens in personal life, even though you're working in office, definitely your mind will get distracted there. You cannot avoid those situations, right? These are unavoidable things, but yes, you should know your personality type. So he was talking about that this disc assessment really helps people to understand what is their personality type and why they are not able to focus. If I talk about D factor, dominant personality people are so impatient that they are easily distracted. They want quick things in life and they make quick decisions, and then that's why they are not able to focus. So being a D personality, he told that you have to take 24 hours of time before making decisions.
Yeah.
I know that is a big deal for them. That's why they are not able to focus. So he different personality types. He talked about that ISC factor, and I think you need to understand your own personality why you're not able to focus, because every problem has a solution, but you have to know or you have to address the problem itself first. What
Right.
is the problem?
Great
Absolutely.
point. Great point, Vartika. And when you said this, I just recalled Vijay's and my personality. We have quite a D in us, and when you said
I know, I know
basically
very well.
we try to. I think in my job, I always wanted to do something new, something new, something new. Now what? But
Yes.
as you said, I think that's a great point. You also have done your disc, and you have seen the benefit, and we have also. I've also done, and that's where I got. Yeah, okay. These are the things I have to do. These are the things I don't have to do. That's a great point that you made about disc, and I'm sure many people who has this confusion, that could be their first step. That get your disc done and understand these of your personality, and then chalk out a plan basis that. Amazing point, Vartika. Very nice.
Right.
Yeah.
I feel, you know, paying attention and being focused would give its benefits right in a very short time to put at the end of the day, and you will have a very peaceful sleep. I personally have felt a few days, because those days I was able to focus on what I was doing. For example, actually 2 days before, I just focused 2 hours that morning. I was able to complete a lot of things, and I had a very relaxed evening. So you reap the benefits of being focused on the very day. You get a very peaceful sleep. I mean, I don't know if youngsters who are in teenagers at this point would make sense, but as you grow older, or the other way to put it, grow wiser, this point would make sense. The more important thing is to
Age is
be
just a
peaceful
number.
in
They
life.
just say, they just saying age is just a number. With age, you will become wise.
Yeah.
So I might be having 18, 20 years of experience, but not sure whether I'm wise or not. Right? It's with everyone, right? The age
Yeah.
is just a number. But a great point. But that's a great point. I
Yeah.
think uh, uh, I think until unless you understand this, it's not easy that you'll be able to focus, because there is another name to focus. I don't know if you know, and people say it meditation. Meditation is nothing but focus. Can you focus in your? Can you just not focus on anything? That's another level of focus, right? So can you just
True.
think only what is happening inside you, instead of bringing so many thoughts in your mind, right? Of course there are tools and techniques, silva method, and so many other things that happens in that, but there are tools and techniques that actually finally takes you to that focus point only, right?
Yeah.
So as you say,
Correct.
you feel calmer because it's a kind of meditation. So I was hearing one of the speech of Dandapani, and he says clearly, you don't have to do meditation. If you really want to do meditation, focus on one thing at a time, and
Yes.
that's where
Yeah.
you're training yourself. I think Dhiraj, Jayanth, and you guys told, right? So that's where you start training. For example, you are doing one thing, just be focused. Try to do that. It's will be very hard, and that's where you are learning meditation. If you
Yeah.
will be able to do that, you are doing meditation. So you can. He said 24 hours you can do meditation if you are focusing on one thing,
Yeah.
right? So it's
Yes,
amazing.
correctly said, sir.
Yeah.
So,
Very
Yeah.
so
right.
people always get like confused about the priority and the focus. So there are multiple things we have to do in a day. So two things are different things: prioritization of the work and the focus on the work. So prioritization is the planning to do the right things first,
Right.
but the focus is doing right things now. So these are
Right.
the differences actually. So
Amazing, amazing, great point. You always have concentrated, impactful lines, Dhiraj. Amazing.
Yeah.
Right. Definitely.
Yeah.
And
Anyone else? Yeah, yeah.
talking about distractions, right? The main distraction for us, like in our life, is social media. Like
True. Yeah.
everyone has social media on their phone, like on in the fingertips, basically in their phone every time. So all of us would are like talking about doing one thing at a time. Let us say you want to finish some work, and I mean, you're trying to focus. As soon as your phone beeps, you get distracted. So all of us are it's the same thing, right? Like it's a human tendency. We are I mean, we have trained ourselves to be not focused so much that any distraction doesn't seem unnatural to us. Like we
You're
just
right.
go in any way we want. So we
Exactly.
just like start taking the like going to Facebook, going to Instagram, whatever. We just keep scrolling, and then by the time we realize, like, if we whatever work we had to finish in 3 hours, we have spent like 4 hours in the social media than finishing
Exactly.
that work.
That's a great point. And then I'll just add to that. Basically, if you see, even forget about all this social media, which is a big distraction. Even when you're at your laptop, sometimes your mail notifications are coming. Sometimes you're telling your messengers messages are coming. You are trying to focus at one point. Then you're today, for example, I have almost three messengers, right? Because my company has different teams and
Yeah.
different. I have to now. It's not easy to manage, right? Either one ping will be there, Skype ping will be there, Teams ping will be there, right? Then we have Jabber and so many other things, right? So somewhere it's not easy to focus then, right? So yeah. So on this, I think there are so many ways of solution and all that we can talk about. I don't want to go into that, but that's a great thought. Anyone else want to add to what?
I have 1 minute my incident, since you said like there are many things, mail are coming,
Yeah.
messenger are coming. So when I was in US in 2014, I remember like now, uh, I was in support project, and when you are in support project, if any P1 issue are coming in production, you have to jump on immediately basis. Everyone aware
Right.
about that.
Right.
But somehow that particular day there was some development customization works were also assigned to me. So I was distracted regarding the mail and messenger. What I did, I just disable all the outlook, all the messengers, and I was just concentrating on my development work. And then after 4 hours, my manager came and said to me, "Where are you? P1 is going on and you didn't saw the mail." I said, no, I am focusing on my development, whatever customization I have to do. So
Exactly. Right.
sometimes it's little tricky or difficult to.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
Exactly.
mean,
Exactly.
looking at this example, right? Like, I mean, it happens in all our lives in one way or the another. It's like people in office, your manager, someone, they actually encourage you to multitask, encourage you to
Yeah.
not focus in a way.
Right.
Like,
Most of the time they don't understand this.
yeah,
I've seen in corporates they don't understand. So basically, see, actually in half an hour, 1 hour, world is not going to be burnt or nothing big is going to happen, right? So as Dhiraj said, even if you have a focus of 1 hour, no, and after 1 hour, if I go back and see my mails, instead of keeping my Outlook always open, all notifications open, right? Can I go back and see? You will see I have started doing that. I see all these things only after 1 hour or 2 hour, and that works. Whatever bigger challenge, I don't think there is any agency that requires now this moment itself you have to do. It's just that we have to manage. I don't think corporate mostly people are attuned to those things, right? So they say Vijay said on this that don't get consumed, don't consume, use social media, right? Use this, right? We need to know how to leverage these things, right? As Dhiraj applied, one formula didn't work because it might be taken 4 hours, and corporate people has their own challenges, right? That he was in support and all that, but wherever you will see that wherever you are today, you can certainly make it better to be more focused, right?
I just hope Vineet and Dheeraj, when you are getting call from your respective wives, you are not applying the same rule and you are just disconnecting them because
I think
because
that's our
there's an option of having urgent calls at any point of time, right?
because Vijay sir clearly mentioned that you have to give 10 hours at least to your spouse and 7 hours to your kid. So I just hope you guys are not doing that.
Exactly. That's what I said, no? So there is an option in every
It
mobile.
should not be like that. Oh no, I will focus, and your wife is thinking and you are like, let me focus.
That Corona already fulfilled, Vartika. We all are together.
Exactly.
A lot of time with our spouse, yeah.
No formula works for wives, so let's not. So that has to be a super urgent call. You have to make sure, because there are options in your mobile, that super urgent call will somehow skip all the rules, and you will have to.
Good. That is good.
Amazing.
I think that's the right lesson for me in the right time.
Exactly. You recently got married, so yeah, so just make sure. Otherwise, since it's your honeymoon year, so maybe this year if nothing will happen, next year will be challenging.
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah. So let's talk about
Good
I think
points.
5 types of people that Vijay talked about, right? That was amazing.
Yes.
Who wants
5
to
hours.
Yeah, 5 hours. Yes, you
Yeah,
want to
so
start?
I want to start. So he said that there are five R type of people that we usually met or we usually get into our life. The first are the refreshers one, and they are the, I think, the best one. They will inspire you, whatever you will give it with your ideas to them. They will inspire you with your idea, boost up your energy. And the second level is the refiners. What they will do, they don't inspire you, but yeah, at the same time they don't motivate you. It will be kind of a 50-50. Third category that he mentioned is the reflectors. What they will do, they will exactly copy the that you will tell them. They are the kind of a mirrors in your life. The last two categories, I think we should keep out of touch of, or the last two people. They are the rejectors and the reducers. They will always demotivate you, and once you will give them some idea, they don't back up your idea.
Great.
Those
Amazing.
are
So
the
let's talk about these two guys, right? I think it's very important. There are many reducers and rejectors in our life. So let's talk about a bit more on reducers and rejectors. Anyone else want to pick this up? Who are reducers and rejectors? Some examples.
I think reducers are the ones who reduce your energy. They will always talk negative, nothing positive. Whenever you are doing something new or you are trying to explore something, they will be the one who will be pushing you back. That I don't think it's gonna work out, and they will be definitely pushing you and your energy level very low. So reducers are those kind of people, and maybe anybody else can add for rejectors.
Yeah.
Yeah, rejectors are straight away, like they say it's not possible. They're like, even without even, I mean, basically they are just confined to their own worldview, and then they think from that, and then they say whatever your idea you put in front of them, they say it's not possible. It might be like, I mean, they are in every walk of our life. Like every one of us will have met some people like that, like in our lives. And obviously, in some situation, if you're not aware of it, you obviously get rejected because you are actually in your full energy. You're just giving out, saying that, okay, this is what something I want to do. And then if someone says like it's not going to work, it's not possible, obviously you'll be like rejected, and you'll just give it up.
The right word for the rejectors are uninvited guest.
Exactly.
They are
Uninvited
the
guests.
invited guest in our life.
Exactly. So exactly. So let me. Anyone else want to add on this? Reducers and rejectors. Any examples? Okay. So let me add. So basically, there's a very subtle difference between reducers and rejectors, right? Reducers, you will see that they are very logical folks, right? And they are practical folks. Right? So when you take your idea to them, they will give you ample reasons why this is not going to work, and most of the time you will buy that. Trust me, because they have
Yeah.
that kind of influence. They have super eye. They are super eye in the disc model. They know how to persuade, right? So that's the now the problem. These guys are dangerous than the rejectors, I believe, because they have real solid logics of why your idea is not going to work. Right? Rejections are straightforward. They say, "Oh, this is a bullshit idea. This is not going to work." Right? So that's a straightforward. Okay, it's fine. You'll feel hurt and all, but at least he's straightforward, right? But reducers, they will amazingly reduce your idea to something else. And you think, yeah,
So
actually,
basically, they'll convince yourself to think your idea is wrong.
exactly. They'll convince you. They'll change your mindset itself. You come with new idea, new
Right.
proposal, and they will give you 100 reasons, and you'll see, no, it looks like I am wrong. This is not a good idea. So they'll convince you properly. And these guys are very
Oh,
dangerous. They are
I can
all
already imagine reduces in my life.
now you can imagine the reducers. Rejections are, I
True,
believe,
true.
are okay. They are clear in their head. Okay, this is not. I don't like this. I don't like that. But होते हैं जो घुमा के बातें करते हैं. देखिए,
Yeah.
Like gurus, somewhat like I mean, gurus
not
are
all gurus. We
somewhat.
can't generalize, right? We can't generalize. Gurus are really good. Sadhguru and Ravi Shankar, right? They are at a different levels. But there are some, right? अब राम रहीम को अगर बोलोगे तो I don't know if I should take name and all that. There are people who follow so many other people, right? But yeah, there could be some people. Taking one name generalizes a whole community, right? But there will be so many people around us. I have seen so many examples. I easy said, just think about people when you started something, and there were so many. Sometimes they can be your parents. They will be mostly they will be very close people. I hope none of your parents are hearing and they are not producers. But it could be your sometimes your close friend, close buddy. He could
Yeah,
be,
Yeah.
right?
in most of the cases, Vineet, actually, the reducer and rejector are the close relative one.
Exactly,
Actually,
Dhiraj. That's a
in
great point.
most of the cases,
Right.
because you will never share your idea and your thoughts with the unknown guys.
Right.
Generally, an unknown person will always become like try to become a refresher or reflector. If not refiner, then at least the reflector. But the
Right.
known person in your family, in your close relative, or your in your far relative persons, they actually most of the time, by knowingly or unknowingly, they behave like reducer and rejector kind of.
Great one. Great example. Yeah, and that
Yeah.
relatives fits the bill. Oh my God, my relatives will kill me.
I think going to Corona, you are safe. Nobody is going to visit you right now.
Great point. Dhiraj. That's a great point. I think you will see that people who you believe, who you trust mostly, and if we are not growing, somewhere those people are responsible. Of course, we have to take that responsibility. But there are reducers in life whom we are following too much, and they are not allowing us to grow. And of course, rejections are mostly always there, and you can easily identify them. Reducers, identifying them is really difficult.
Yeah.
To make you safe, Vineet, I said two words: knowingly and unknowingly. Maybe
Exactly.
they no.
Maybe or may not be, right? Thank you. Thank you.
Yeah.
All right. Let's talk about these guys, refreshers, refiners, and reflectors, right? And these are the guys who we could have in our life, right? So I think refreshers are amazing, right? Let's talk about reflectors. Are there some examples of reflectors?
I think they are like adiabatic system. They will do nothing to you. No improvement, no damage, sort of neutral. I mean,
And they are good people, right? Mostly you will
yes,
find those kind of
Yeah.
people. many
Yes.
people around us, right? And they are good people, so they'll be okay. अच्छा बेटा करके देख लो, ठीक है,
हाँ,
okay, करो.
right.
Let's see, let's try,
Mo-
right?
Most of
So
the time, we need reflectors in our offices.
right, so
In
right.
our work environment, we generally meet these kind of people.
Our friend circle mostly they will not have any views. They'll say, yeah, okay, you do it.
Yeah, basically they'll
Not
have. I
like,
mean, they think our ideas is good, but then they're afraid to say it because they don't want to take the responsibility of seeing the bad person.
right, right, right.
Yeah.
But they are still, I'll say they still
Uh,
fall in a good bracket. But at least they don't
yeah.
discourage us. They may not encourage us, but they don't discourage us.
Mhm.
They say, yeah, whatever you're
Yeah.
thinking is could be okay. You can give it a try. But let's come to
Yeah.
refiners, right? Refiners are amazing, right? They are the ones. Vartika was talking about energy. Refiners are the one who gives you energy, right? So,
Right.
so what exactly are refiners? Let's talk about this. I'm
I
sure
think
this is
they
again.
they are the one which sharpen your ideas. If you just
Yeah.
go with one thing, they will add it to your idea and give it back to you.
Yeah.
So they are the people I think we should look for those
Think
guys.
about your bosses. Who are they? Refiners.
All depend
Refiners
upon
Depends on your boss.
hobby.
it's depend upon your boss. You cannot say it.
Yeah.
Case to case, it changes. I can
Yeah.
already think how about my father. A small example. I think when I was doing 12th standard or so, I used to know. I would call him brother. He used to trade in the stock market, and of course, making money was definitely interesting to everyone. And my father definitely knew if he gives me money to invest in stock market, I'll definitely lose because I knew nothing about it. I only knew people can make money, and I never knew that people can lose money also. But my father did. He still encouraged. He gave me $20,000 that time, and he said, "Okay, go ahead." And when I entered my first year in college, I had $20,000, and I lost all of it. But my father didn't ask me anything. After 3 or 4 months, he asked, "How's it going?" I told I lost everything, and he's like, "It's okay, you learned something." So his idea is like he encouraged me, and he knew that I learned something about it as I'm interested in it. And today I know pretty well about stock market and how to invest and make money out of it. So that was my starting point. My father didn't discourage me that time. Definitely, I lose money then, but I learned.
Great, great.
So
I think that's a great example. So I think refiners are the ones we should always look for, right? Because they are the ones,
yeah,
uh, and mostly you will see basically there are practical people who are around, right? Mostly some bosses who are really good. They you'll see that you take some idea and they will add so many things to it. Why don't you try this also? Why don't you try that
Yeah.
also?
Mm.
But mostly the most important one, yeah, who you will find very rarely are refreshers, right?
Yeah.
So
yeah.
keep giving you some innovative ideas. You have not even thought through about that, and they'll come up with that idea like that. So why don't you try this? Why don't you try that? Why don't you do that? Of course, they will have that exposure and experience. So from that, they say, for example, Vijay is one of those refreshers. You take any problem with him, he will take you to another direction. He'll give you,
Yeah.
if you are in coaching with him, if you are discussing with him, if you have personal connect with him, you discuss with him, and he'll take you to a different direction, and you'll see, oh my God, I didn't even think about this. Yeah, this is something that I can try, right? So. So, what examples you have if you want to give some examples on refreshers?
I would say
So
most like some of the entrepreneurs, right? Like you take Steve Jobs or some of the people. These are the ones that take some idea that someone is pitching to them and take it to a next level. Like they just make it explode so that like it just becomes the next big thing
Right,
in the.
right,
So you can see a lot of these successful entrepreneurs around. All these are like. I mean, some of them are maybe not refreshers category, but then most of them are refreshers. Like they take the ideas and then they make it work, make it more successful. But I
right.
mean, it's like ultra successful entrepreneurs, not all the successful entrepreneurs.
mm,
Mhm.
so
Vijay Khandal is our mentor is a very nice example of a refresher.
Right,
Yeah.
right. Yeah. Very nice, very nice.
yeah,
Yeah,
Yeah.
actually, to find refresher, it's very difficult, as you said in the beginning. Actually, refresher are the one who already have experience on the field which you are looking for. So whenever you discuss with your idea, they already have experience on that, so they definitely refine your idea. And as Jant rightly said, like Steve Jobs, and like Napoleon Hills, these many people. But the problem is we cannot talk with them directly.
Yeah.
exactly.
So
We don't have
That's
access to
right.
them. Yeah,
we don't have approach,
I think,
actually
yeah,
they don't have time for us. So we need to we need to find some of the person who is having experience and easily reachable. So
Yeah.
as Yash said, Vijay sir, Vijay
Yes,
Khandal,
sir.
our uh, PIM founder, he is easily reachable. He is with us like hand holding, walk with us kind of thing. So whenever
I mean,
we
he's
have
not
that,
that easily reachable, but yeah, he's reachable.
And
You agree with
another,
that?
another
no,
easy
no, no.
tool I would suggest is books. Someone has spent their entire life, and it's in a book. Read through the
Exactly.
Yeah,
book, and you get a
Right.
lot of
So I
information.
think one thing that we can see is this community, right? This PIM community, right? PIM community is full of people who are trained to be refiners and refreshers, right?
Hmm.
So this
Agree.
community itself, I think all of you are refiners and refreshers, right? Forget about Vijay is of course there, but he will not be happy if you say you are the refresher. He says, I know that. What are you? You are a part of PIM, right? We all are refreshers and refiners. We all are being trained to be particularly the coaches who are running this book clubs and this PM who are continuously getting trainings from Vijay. I think somewhere we all are refreshers and refiners, right? The one who has done his desk, one who has gone through the workshops, all the workshops. Somewhere they are refiners and refreshers, right? Because we are
True.
trained, we are attuned to that, right?
Hmm.
So that's such a great feeling because I remember 2 years back, if somebody would have told me this concept, it would be very hard to find people who are refresh and refiners. As Dhiraj rightly said, we don't have access to people like some big names that we see on YouTube, and we don't know
Yeah.
actually. Steve Jobs has so many bad stories. People used to take any ideas to him, and he used to kind of slap them. Basically, he used to fire them like anything, right? So you don't know them personally what they were, right? But
Yeah.
then the question is, where do I find refiners and refresher? And that's where PM helps us, right? So
Hmm.
this is the place where Dhiraj is a refiner, refresher, Jayanth, Yash, Easy, Vartika, we all are there, right? Amazing. I think with that, I think we have already spent a good amount of time. Oh my God, almost 40 minutes. Amazing discussion.
Yeah.
So in the last, what is the last message that you want to give on focus and how this platform can help people who are watching us?
We have discussed lot on focus, but my general viewpoint on focus is that the mobile phones are the real distractors. It will distract our focus to keep the mobile phones in a silent mode rather than in a ringing mode. So it will allow you to focus more on the things that you do and try to do one thing at a time. Be focused on that.
Great,
This is
great.
my
So
intake
you
was the
manage it instead of mobile managing you. You are managing it. You keep it in silent. Connect it after 1 hour, 2 hour. Great, great. That's a great solution. And what do you want to say about this platform, Yash? Can this platform? Would you recommend this platform to people who are watching? How can they be benefited?
yeah. I would recommend all the guy who are watching particular thing. I recommend them. It will inspire you to read more books, to focus all the things that you are doing, and you will find a lot of refiners and refreshers in this community.
Amazing.
So
Great. Easy. You want to
Definitely,
say
yeah.
something?
No, absolutely. I could agree to what Yash was saying. I've not been long with the community. I've recently started, but I've already started saying. I mean, you need someone to tell you, okay, this is right. Then it really hits him. Yes, this is right, and I knew it, but someone is helping me achieve that, right? So that is
Right.
this community I see. So
Amazing.
people, I get inspired. Yeah, someday I wish I could also host.
Great point. Vartika, you have anything to say?
Yeah, I think Vineet, it's really good to join these sessions because we get to know lot many concepts which we are not aware on our own. We need somebody to educate ourselves because we are so much busy with our jobs, our personal lives. I think if we'll do read books, most probably daily 1 hour we can manage, not more than that. And when
Right.
Vijay sir comes to this session, he has already read one topic from 20 books with
Yeah.
20 different concepts to explain that particular topic.
Yeah.
So that is a forum where I get to know so many new things. I mean, so many new terminologies, I must say. Yesterday night only I did a go live for the law of pain. When first time I heard this term, law of pain, I was like, oh my god, it should be something related to crying and crying and crying and crying. But when I did a attend Vijay sir's session and he explained that particular term and concept to me, I was surprised because it was totally different. It is how you turn your pains or your ruthless experiences in life into success.
Right.
Same way, there was Niagara syndrome. There was a session in which he talked about Niagara syndrome. What is Niagara syndrome? Why do you not address Niagara syndrome at some
Exactly.
right point of time? So
Exactly. Amazing.
it's really, really hard. We need to read so much on your own, and you are getting that benefit in one session with one from one guy who is reading 20, 40 books with his overall experience, adding those experience with real life examples. So it's really enriching, and I must say it really adds to my knowledge base at least.
Amazing.
True.
Log pain. I remember another phrase that he used was convert your scars into stars. Amazing
Yes,
line. Convert
yes,
your
Yeah.
scars into stars.
yes.
All right. Hey, Jayanth, go ahead.
Yeah. So I completely agree with what Vartika said. She put it very beautifully about everything what Vijay does in the session and everything. One thing I want to add is that about focus, right? Like before this session last week, I used to take focus for granted. Like basically, I knew about like what focus was, but then I thought no one actually was aware of it, like conscious about it. So that's something that changed over like with the session. I learned a lot of things. One is about the personality that really surprised me. Like basically, I have done my disc assessment. All of us have done disc assessment. So we know that there are different kinds of personality. But then what surprised me was like everyone has a different way to achieve focus. I thought it is some general way, like everyone thinks, okay, this is what you have to do to achieve focus. That's not the case. So this attending this session was like eye opener for me. A lot of things I learned, and then I think that I'm implementing it. I think everyone will be able to learn a lot of things. Vartika was saying, like Vijay accumulates so many things and then gives it to us in a session that actually helps us to absorb it faster and then grow ourselves. And of course, it is the platform like to have this kind of positive association where you can grow. Like the book club that is there, everyone can come and talk. I mean, obviously, when we talk about what we have learned and then what we read, it obviously enhances our own understanding and how we go about it. So
Amazing.
that's why it's a like great
This is
platform.
where even somebody is not well, he also shows so much of energy. Isn't it?
I have one liner, Vinith. I have one liner.
Yeah,
So as I said before, you can read a book also, but this platform is like multiple books. Knowledge from multiple people is pouring in one place.
right.
Yeah.
I
And
like that.
last but not the least, Dhiraj, come on, tell. Now it's your
So,
time.
last, I want to say the first step of focus is an awareness of distraction. So, get aware of distraction. It's not only mobile, social media is also news, also get distracted. So, aware about of distraction, and it's intentional, not god gifted. So keep in mind, like somebody is having more focus, so it's not they have god gifted kind of, they worked on that. So so
True.
everyone should start working on that focus things. And as I said, it's just like a mountain. It's not easy to reach on the top in one step, but we can gradually climb the mountain step by step over the period.
Awesome,
About
Dhiraj.
peak, about the PIM, I want to say last thing about peak impact mentorship. If anyone, if anyone who is watching this discussion is living a default life and thinking to design their life, here is the platform, and spread the positivity across the world. Thank you.
Amazing. Great point. Great point.
Very
I think
nice.
somewhere that awareness is so critical, right? Until unless you
Yeah.
are not aware, if you don't know that what you don't know, then how will you fix it, right? The first thing
True.
is you should be knowing what you don't know, right?
Yeah.
I mean, awareness is so important. Without awareness, nothing can happen, right? So as Zig Ziglar said, lack of direction, not lack of time, is the problem. Lack of direction, not lack of time, is the problem. We all have 24 hours, right? We all have 24 hours days. It's just we are not focusing on one direction, right? We are just focusing on multiple direction at every moment, right? And then as I started, if you want to become Superman, Spider-Man, Batman, so this is the only superpower we have, that is focus. If you remember Shaktiman days, I don't know if you guys are so old like me.
Yes,
I used to watch
I know.
I remember that.
Right.
Gangadhar or Shaktiman.
Yeah,
So
so Shaktiman, Gangadhar used to focus, right? He will
hmm.
bring all his chakras and he used to be focus and zuk, 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 and Shaktiman, right? So, guys, if you want to really explore that superpower, then you have to learn how to focus. And this is a platform where we keep learning these kind of life skills, focus, decision making, right? How to avoid distractions, how to plan your purpose, right? How to plan your priorities. Tomorrow
Right.
again 9 p.m. we are going to meet, and we are going to talk on another amazing topic. We know we all want to take action. We know once we have priority, we have the purpose, we know how to focus, we want to take action. But there are so
Mhm.
many things that you have to prepare before taking that action, right? So what are those preparation, right? That's what we're going to discuss tomorrow. So be there and learn from peak impact mentorship workshops. And you can also be, maybe tomorrow you are also lucky and you can also be part of this discussion, right? The way these amazing people are, right? So that's what, on that note, have a great day, have a great night, for great day for I don't know, Easy and Yash, for you also it's going to be night. They're joining from Europe.
Early
What
evening. Yeah.
Easy, I think it should be evening, right?
It's 6:20 in the evening.
Yeah, so I can say that a great day and a great time. And I hope you guys learned something. Do comment here if you have anything, any questions, any doubts, or any of us. You can ping personally or ping on the stream, and let us know if we can help you in some way. Right? Thank you so much, and have a great night, guys.
Thank you so